Hey everyone, welcome to my first ever Disney Infinity Toy Box tutorial. As many of you know, Disney recently took down all of their Creativitoy tutorials. So the first video I wanted to focus on the Collectible Tracker, which is this tool right here. It's a really powerful tool for creating trackable collection games. So if you want to force your players to collect a certain number of items, you would use this tool. So for example, I've got 3 dungeon cubes here, and I want to track how many of them people have picked up. So one way would be to go into each individual toy or collectible, choose this broken or collected, and then connect that to my counter over here. But instead we're going to use the collectible tracker because 3 might not be too many, but once you start getting 20, 50 different kinds in there, it's going to cause problems. So the first thing I'm going to do here is go into the collectible tracker and make sure that my properties are set up to track the blue dungeon pickup. You can set it so that it tracks all, and then it would track everything that they pick up, but I like to make it individual so that I can change what happens based on what type of pickup they do. The other thing is to show it on the radar. So if you set show on radar, it will show it on the radar. So you can see there I've got my 3 yellow spots that represent the 3 dungeon cubes. So let's get this set up so that it actually tracks picking them up. So what I do is I go into the collectible tracker, choose new logic connection, collectible collected by, and I set it up to collect just by player 1. And then you connect it to the counter and choose increment and by 1. So what that's going to do is when I come over here and collect this pickup, it shows 1 on my counter. It increments it by 1. And then this one will be 2, and that one will be 3. Okay. Well, now all my collectibles are gone. So this is the next thing the collectible tracker can take care of for you. You come in here to this button, choose new logic connection pressed, and you could connect it to each individual one of those collectibles again and cause them to reset, or you can go into the collectible tracker, hit reset, and I'm also going to set this button up so that it'll reset my counter. So new logic connection pressed and reset. Then when I press this button, all of my collectibles are back, and my counter should have reset to 0. So next thing you might want to do with the collectible tracker is make it so that once you've collected them all, something happens. To do that, you just go into new logic connection, final collectible collected, and then I'm going to make it so that Nova does a little dance here. So now what happens? I go and pick up 1, 2, 3,
Defeat
and then
is lame.
Nova does this little dance.
But I wouldn't know anything about that.
Okay, so then I can press this, it'll reset them back up again. Finally, like I said, you can set up multiple collectible trackers in order to track different types of collectibles. So I'm going to set up some green collectibles here, and I want to make these so they're worth 2 points instead of 1. So I go in and set up another collectible tracker. Down here. New logic connection, collectible collected by, player 1, and increment that by 2. Now I forgot something, which is to go into the properties and change it so that it only applies to the green dungeon pickup. Green dungeon pickup. There we go. I'll just leave those off the radar. So the radar shows me the 3 blue ones, but it doesn't show me where the green ones are because they're worth more points. So now when I collect this green one, it should increment by 2. Yep. And 4. So you'll notice I didn't do the dance because I didn't set up a final collected. by on that collectible. So I have to collect all those blue ones to do the dance. And
I
there he
won.
goes. He
Like
does the
that's
dance.
anything new.
So if you were going to be setting up a game where you wanted them to collect all the collectibles, or you wanted them to get to a certain point value, you could set up a bunch of blue ones and a bunch of green ones, and then you would use the counter to trigger whatever the final thing is. Once they reach a certain number, then, I don't know, do the dance or whatever. So that's basically it for the collectible tracker. So it's pretty simple, but also very useful in setting up different collectible games. So let me know. This is my basically first gameplay video of any kind. So let me know any sort of suggestions that you have to improve it. Let me know what kinds of things you want to see in these tutorials. Which uh, which which creative toys are most important to you. Anyways, I hope you guys are having fun with the game, and I hope this helped you out a bit. So, see ya.